Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's a lot later now since I've vlogged my little morning routine, I guess you can call it. It is 7 o'clock now, so a lot later. Today we had a snow day at school. We had a snow day actually yesterday, and then we had another one today. So yesterday I was super productive and got a lot of stuff done. Sammy was home with me. And then today Sammy slept all day, so I just kind of relaxed because he had to go to work tonight, and I figured I didn't have a whole lot to do and I didn't want to leave the house because we have like a major snowstorm. And Sammy said that the roads weren't really bad today, but still I didn't feel like leaving the house, so I just hung out and relaxed with my dogs and watched some Ginny and Georgia and did some wedding planning stuff. But I wanted to film a different sort of vlog for you guys for this video. I decided to do like a little get to know me, also like since it's still, I know we're kind of into January, it's now like January 27th, but I never sat down with you guys and talked about like 2023 goals and things like that, and I love a fresh start for setting new goals and just like a fresh mindset and all of that. So I figured I'd go over some of that stuff with you guys since I showed you my morning routine, and yeah, so let's dive into it. I have my little cheat sheet right here. So my name is Paige, and I am from Brooklyn, Michigan. I'm 26 years old. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. It's a super small town. It's like 45 minutes from Lansing, 45 minutes from Ann Arbor. It's like an hour and 15 from Detroit. So yeah, super small town. But my fiance Sammy is actually from here as well. And my family was born and raised here. My grandparents born and raised here, so lived here my whole life. So I graduated in 2014, as I said, I'm 26, and graduated high school and left for college, and I moved out and went to a college called Central Michigan University, and it's like, what, 2 hours up north? Something like that. 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But I moved up there to go to business school, and I just started taking my prereqs. I was there for 2 years and then realized that business was not for me. I had so much fun there. I met so many wonderful people, and I actually joined a sorority. But I just decided that I wanted to pursue nursing as a career instead, and they did not offer nursing. So I left Central, and one of my best friends was going to U of M, University of Michigan. So I moved in with her in Ann Arbor, and I went to the community college there to get my grades up to get into nursing school. So I took a bunch of prereqs for nursing there. I went to school there for a year, I think. And then I got accepted into Northwestern Michigan College in Traverse City, which is 4 hours up north. And I actually met my fiance Sammy shortly before I got accepted to go up there. So basically how Sammy and I met. So we went to the same high school. We knew of each other because we obviously live in the same small town. My sister and his brother are best friends. My sister is 2 years older than me, and his brother is 2 years younger than him. So they were closer in age, and they hung out all the time. So I knew of Sammy, but we just were like too big of an age gap to really hang out or talk or anything. And then when, excuse me, when my, when I was going to college at, the community college in Ann Arbor, my sister was living at home and was going to school here, and so was Sammy. So they started hanging out because, like I said, small town, and a lot of people like left and went off to college. And so they were two of the people that had stayed around here. So they were hanging out with like a big group of people, including like one of my best friends who was also friends with my sister. So my sister and my friend had mentioned to me how like perfect Sammy and I would be together, and tried to hook us up for like quite a while. And I was definitely interested, but I was at a point in my life where I was just kind of like letting whatever happen. I was in a super long relationship with a guy from like 8th grade to freshman year. We broke up. Freshman year of college we broke up, and then we were like on and off for a year. So officially broke up sophomore year when I left Central. But we and then I dated somebody else after that for just like a few months. But yeah, I just like when I lived in Ann Arbor, I was like learning how to be on my own and be independent and all of that stuff. And my best friend and my roommate at the time, she had a serious boyfriend, so they were together a lot. And so I just like learned how to be independent, which I highly recommend, because now I have to be independent all the time, even though I have a fiance. But we work separate shifts, so I'll get into all that in a minute. But it definitely helped get me to this point where I'm at today. But as I was saying, so yeah, my sister and my best friend had tried to hook us up, and we were at like a lot of the same get-togethers together, meeting up at the same parties and stuff like that. And then finally over the summer, my sister got invited over to his house for a bonfire. And my sister's like, oh, you and your friend should come. And I like debated it. And just because I said we hung out with like different people, and my sister's like, oh, come on, just come. So we went, and we ended up just hitting it off. And then I actually was talking about applying to nursing schools in Arizona and Florida. I was like desperate to get out of Michigan. And I was really determined to leave. And so I had applied to like a lot of nursing schools. And so it took a little while before we actually started dating, because he thought that I was going to be leaving. And then he was actually in nursing school at the time, which is funny, at the school in Jackson, which is like 20 minutes from us. So I feel like I'm going off on a tangent, but anyways, obviously the other schools like out of state didn't work out. I actually was told by one of the schools that they had me take some like test to get in, and they were like, wow, that's like the lowest score I've ever seen, which is terrible. I'm not like the smartest person when it comes to school. Like I have to study really hard, work really hard, all that stuff. And like school does not come naturally to me, so I worked my butt off to get to where I am, and I'm very proud of that. But anyways, Sammy and I started dating, and then I got accepted shortly after that into Northwestern Michigan College in Traverse City. And so Sammy was graduating nursing school, and I was about to head off to nursing school. So we did long distance. We were 4.5 hours away for 2 years while I was in nursing school, because he got a job around here. He already had a home here, all of that. So I lived in Traverse City for 2 years, and then when COVID hit in 2020, I think it was 2020, they were no longer allowing us to do like the in-person classes and all that stuff. They changed it to virtual. So I decided there was no point in me paying for my apartment and living up there when I wasn't even going to anything. So I packed up my stuff and I moved in with Sammy and finished out nursing school, graduated. I took my NCLEX, failed it once, retook it again, and then passed it. Again, like I said, school's never come easy to me. NCLEX is very, very hard. Nursing is hard in general. It's a very tough career to get into. So I started out, I got a job where Sammy works currently. It's a hospital close to us. And I started out in the medical ICU and right in the middle of the pandemic. So that was super tough. I worked there for about 2 years, and I was on night shift. So was Sammy. But he works in the trauma ICU. And so we're just like 2 separate units of the ICU. But yeah, that's like Sammy's dream job, is to be in the trauma ICU, and it just was, medical ICU was not for me. I didn't hate it, but I just like wasn't thriving in it. I had a lot of anxiety, which I've also heard it can be from night shift too, because your body's just like all out of whack, and I'm a type of person that thrives off of routine. But with the whole pandemic thing going on and being a new nurse, it was just really, really hard. So I started looking for jobs last year, and I saw an opening for a school nurse position at the school that I went to. And so I just applied just for the heck of it. I didn't think that I would take the job, but I've always wanted to work with kids. I love working with kids. That was like, I wanted to do NICU or like labor and delivery when I first started, but I just couldn't get in as a new nurse because they didn't offer that at our hospital. So I interviewed, and they offered me like a deal I could not pass up, and so I took it. And I've been working at the elementary school. It's pre-K through or preschool through 2nd grade. I've been working there since April, and so almost a year now, and I absolutely love it. It is the best job in the whole world. I'm so thankful. I thank my lucky stars every single day that I was lucky enough to get this position. It's just kind of crazy how it worked out. I'm the first school nurse that our school has ever had. And it's just cool that it's close by. It's the school that I was born and raised in. It is only a 3-year contract, so after the contract's up, the school will decide if they want to keep the nurses or get rid of them. So we'll see where I end up. The nursing field is definitely a journey. You can get a job anywhere, which is amazing. I'm also very thankful for that. And there's so many different types of work that you can do as a nurse. So nursing is hard, I will say that. But if you guys are looking into nursing, you can definitely find, there's something for everybody, I will say that. And you just have to like search it out and find like where your passion is. I definitely would love to try in the future like NICU or labor and delivery if I get back into the hospital. I did work last summer at the hospital full-time when school was out, and I will probably be doing that again this summer. But I do have a video on why I left bedside nursing, and I go more into detail about all of that if you want to go back and look at that video. So let's see. So the reason that I started this YouTube channel, obviously I love watching other people's YouTube videos, and Sammy and I love to travel. We have started traveling since we've started dating. My parents have always been wanting to travel, so I've been traveling since I was a little girl. Sorry you guys, I'm congested. But the real reason that I started this YouTube channel was because Sammy and I were taking a trip last March to go to Costa Rica. If you guys haven't seen those vlogs, definitely go back and check those out. They are my favorite, and they're my first ones. So, but we decided to go to Costa Rica, and I thought that Sammy was proposing then. He did not. So I just wanted to have like those memories and be able to like capture it all on camera if I could. Because I thought it was going to be obviously a super special moment for us. And even though it didn't happen, I'm so happy that I have all of that footage and to go back and look at, because that was definitely a once in a lifetime trip. We did so much stuff. We went to 3 different places in Costa Rica. We just did hikes. We did zip lining. Sammy did scuba diving and snorkeling, and we did a boat cruise thing, like just so much stuff. And it was just the best time. And funny story though, that Sammy actually was going to be proposing in Costa Rica. That's why he had planned this trip out. But he did not get the ring in time, and he was so upset that he just called and canceled the ring completely. And he told me the whole story in Costa Rica. He's like, I want you to know, like, if you had any suspicions, like, it's not happening. But it was supposed to. So anyways, I got the ring now, obviously, a few months later. So we went to Costa Rica in March, and then in August was our 5-year anniversary. And then 1 week after our 5-year anniversary, I had school. It was a Friday. And Sammy proposed to me that night with my mom and dad and his mom. And it was wonderful. If I'd made a whole vlog on that too, if you guys want to go back and check that out. Let's see. So the reason for my name of my YouTube, which is PS I Love This Life, came about because the PS is for like Paige and Sammy. I thought that this was going to be more of like a travel vlog. I didn't know that I was going to make this into like a lifestyle vlog. And it's more so me than Sammy, obviously. So I don't know, I might change it just to my name, or leave it. I'm not really sure yet, but I just like the, you know, the movie PS I Love You. I figured PS I Love This Life because it was just gonna be like all of traveling and things like that. Places that Sammy and I have traveled. So we have traveled to, the first trip we took was to Hawaii. We've been to St. Martin. We've been to Cabo, Costa Rica. Where else? I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that's all. We usually go somewhere big like once a year. So, yeah. But, so we are actually getting married in, Ohio. It's about 4 hours away from here, and we're getting married May 4th, 2024. So definitely lots of wedding planning vlogs to come. I almost forgot. And I don't know how I could forget. Sammy and I, we still live in Brooklyn, Michigan. And we live in the same home that I moved into when I moved home from nursing school. And our house is just like a little 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. We have a unfinished basement that is our gym down there. We have like a lot of workout equipment, tons of weights, and our Peloton. And then we live with our 3 dogs who I love so much. They're our babies. They're all 3 rescues. I'm sure you guys have seen them in my vlogs. But their names are Bella, Luna, and Loki. And they're all different sizes. One is medium, one is smaller, and one is large. That's really, in a nutshell, about me and Sammy. Besides that, I would just say, you guys will hear me say a lot that Sammy will be sleeping all day because he works night shift still. So he is now actually the supervisor of the cardiovascular and trauma ICU. And so he works night shifts, and he works 3 to 4 days a week, and his days like are completely random. As a school nurse now, I work Monday through Friday, obviously, and I work like 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I get to see him like a little bit right before he heads into work, on his work days. But then other than that, his days are really like, his stretches feel so long because it's just me and the pups, and just us by ourselves when he's on his long stretches. But then he has long stretches off too, which we love. So 2023 resolutions and goals and things like that. So you saw a lot of my 2023 goals in my morning routine. Those are just things that I wanted to incorporate into my routine because I love having a routine, but because I do get up so early with my new job, it's a little bit harder for me to get everything done that early in the morning. I like struggle. So I am trying to get up earlier. I want to drink more water because I was doing horrible at that. I do have a Stanley cup that I've had for a little while now, and it does help, but I just have to like stay on top of it because I do get busy at work, and I'll just forget to drink water. But I definitely started taking more vitamins again. So I started taking a multivitamin, and then I take a turmeric, I think it's turmeric, and then I take a vitamin C, and then I take a like collagen from Alani that you guys saw, and greens, because I have been getting so sick. I got strep already twice this year, and just being around the kids and stuff, it's super easy to get sick. So I'm trying to take care of myself because I hate being down and out for that long. It sucks. So doing the vitamins, and then drinking more water. I want to focus on balancing more, which I've been doing a really good job of. Sammy has been off the last couple of weekends, so I've been doing really good with like eating healthy and stuff during the work week, and then on the weekends I still eat good, but we go out to dinner and enjoy like a couple of drinks or whatever. But before the new year, we were going out to eat so much. It was ridiculous. Like, it's just spending so much unnecessary money, and then we end up getting drinks and just drinking more during the week. And then that food that we're putting into our bodies, it's like all the fried food that we get when we go out, and just trying to get out of that habit of going out to eat more. And I want to get into cooking more. I want to learn more recipes. Growing up, my mom is a super good cook, but she always cooked like heavy, like hearty home cooked meals, which were amazing, but they're definitely not on the healthier side. So I really wanting to learn how to cook more healthy meals. I want to read more. I feel like reading makes me feel good. I love like self-help books, and then I also love Colleen Hoover books. I read It Starts With Us, and I loved that. It's like getting me to sit down and start reading is the only problem, but once I do it, then I get hooked. We also, Sammy and I came up with a goal that's really sad for us, but to travel less this year because we need to save money for the wedding. So we are just trying to do, like, if we are going on trips, we're just trying to make them like a lot cheaper of trips, and being like really conscious on what we're spending our money on, because obviously we have seems like we have a lot of time to save, but it's gonna come up really quick, and a wedding is so expensive. And then our honeymoon on top of that too. So, and then vlogging more. I definitely want to put out more vlogs. I did really well in the beginning, and then I kind of like fell off for the summer, and then started vlogging again here the last couple of months. So I definitely want to stay on top of that. I'm good about vlogging, but then just like get so behind on editing. And then I stopped vlogging to try to keep up with my memory card and all of that. But I wanted to share with you guys some of the videos that I have coming up that you guys can look forward to. So definitely subscribe if you want to stick around for these videos, because we do have some fun things to come. We have my spring break is at the end of March into April, and we are going to be going to California. One of my best friends lives in California, so we have like a 1 free ticket voucher through Delta by using their credit cards. So we need to use that before it expires. So we're using that for our spring break trip, and we're gonna go stay at my best friend's house, and that should be super fun. Probably gonna go to Napa Valley, and Yosemite National Park looks beautiful. So we're just gonna explore there. And then I am in one of my other good friends' wedding. I'm her maid of honor. So we have her bachelor, she's doing like a bachelorette party in Holland, Michigan, and that's going to be in May. So I'll have that and all of her wedding festivities, like her wedding shower, her wedding day, all of that fun stuff. And then Sammy and I have a wedding in California in May as well, that we are really wanting to go to. We're still deciding on if we're gonna go or not, but we'd love to. It's actually friends of ours that we met 2 years ago in Cabo, which is so cool that we got invited to their wedding. We had so much fun with them and still keep in touch. And then other fun stuff is obviously my personal wedding planning. I have so much to show you guys. I feel like I have gotten so many wedding bridal outfits just over like the span of Christmas and Black Friday shopping and things like that. I tried to get a lot of Black Friday deal stuff to get them on sale. And so I want to show you guys, do like a little try on haul and show you guys all of that. And then we'll have like engagement pictures coming up, and I want to do like, my sister has a Cricut, so she's my maid of honor, and we are going to be doing tons of DIY projects of different things that we're going to make for the wedding. And yeah, and then obviously my wedding shower and the bachelorette party, but that will be further down the line. But I really want to take you guys along with all the planning, because those are my favorite types of vlogs to watch. And like, I want to sit down and do a video with you guys talking about everything that I've done up to this point, since we did get engaged in August of 2022 and we're not getting married till 2024. It's like over a year and a half engagement. So that is really all that I wanted to talk to you guys about. If you had any other questions for me, definitely leave those in the comments and I'll get back to you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was different, but I really just wanted to sit down with you guys and tell you a little bit about me, and what to expect from my vlogs in the future. And yeah, I hope you guys are all enjoying your January, whether you're in a snowy, cold place like me or you're somewhere beautiful, warm. I'm very jealous. But I hope you guys have a great night. Talk to you guys in my next video.